All right. Anybody win anything today? I hope you did. I really do. We might have hit something. I just gotta look. I did send you guys again a an ESPN parlay slip, and the reason why is because I'm trying to do this like every time I'm betting, I'm gonna use it because it'll show you guys for those who don't know how to tease and what it means and how to do it. I do tickets now, right? Or slips, parlay slips now. So when the season starts up, the football season starts up, you'll be acclimated with it, right? So you'll know how to use it, when to use it, who to use it on, right? And so basically, um, for an example, for teasing, let's just say we've got the Kansas City Chiefs playing the Las Vegas Raiders, right? And they've got the Kansas City Chiefs favored by 16 points. Well, 16 points in the NFL is a lot of points to beat a team by. Because guys, you don't know what happens on each Sunday from Sunday to Sunday. It's always something different. Well, let's say Kansas City's got they gave 17. They gave Kansas City 16 points, right? So that means that Vegas, no, Kansas City is favored by 16 points, right? So that's probably not going to happen, right? But you do know that Kansas City probably has a better chance at winning, right? So here's what you do. You go in and you look at the spread, right? And it's 16. So you can go in and tease it down to 10. Hell, you might even get it down to 9. So now instead of Kansas City being favored over Las Vegas 16 points, now it's 9 points. So that's manageable, right? And then you go ahead and take it. Now, watch this. So if you hold on, I'm trying to find something that's yeah. So on Sunday, so watch this. I got it now. So on Saturdays, you always have to be careful with college football. For those of you who like it, you probably understand what I'm talking about. A lot of teams are favored very high. They get a lot of points, right? Some of them not going to make it. Some of them will cover it, right? Some teams don't really care. Like Ohio State. If Ohio State has um, a big lead on somebody, or they're favored by a lot of times Ohio State they don't cover, right? And it's not because they can't; it's because they choose not to. Some coaches say, you know what, the hell with Vegas. We're just going to play the game, and we're not going to show this other team up. Well, you have other coaches that go, I don't care. I don't care about the Vegas. I don't care about that other team. Run it up, right? And that's the parlays. I mean what do you call that? The parlay sheet. All right, let's get in here and get going. So right away, I'm just gonna look and see who has what. Mm-hmm. Oh, man, I'll tell you guys what I got in a minute. Okay, so on one of these tickets here, I've got the Cubs 8, Minnesota Twins 1, and the over I teased it down to 7.5. So that one I got it, right? The Marlins and the Reds. The Reds have 6. The Marlins have 0. Um, come on, man. It's in the bottom of the 8th, right? So it looks like I'm going to lose this one. All right. The Seattle Mariners, though, that's still playing. Tampa and the Rays, that's still playing. And that's pretty much it, right? And it looks like I will not be winning that game against the Cincinnati Reds. All right, so that one is done. Let's go over to this next ticket. And I got one ticket here that's Seattle Mariners. The spread. I got Nick Lodolo, 4+ strikeouts. That's looking good. Cleveland Guardians under 8. That game's under 8. Brian Wu, 4+ strikeouts, and the Marlins. That ticket is done because the Marlins lost. Right. All right. Now here's the last one I have. Seattle, Tampa, and Boston over. St. Louis. Yeah. So you never know. You never know, right? Yeah, you don't know. So we'll check them out from time to time. All right, hold on. All right, let's get at it. Oh, I didn't even read the scores yet. I was just breaking down this card I had. It was a parlay that was teased, but it's not going to roll because the Miami Marlins is losing. You know what? We don't have to. Okay, let's get straight up into this game. We've got New York Mets versus the Orioles. That's today. Looking for the tomorrow. The Cubs and the Yankees today. Tomorrow. Carlos Rondon, 9-6, ERA 3.30 with 127 strikeouts. Chris Flexen for the Cubs. He is 5-0, 0.83 ERA with 17 strikeouts. Let's look at this dude. Anytime you hear or you see a pitcher having a 0 point something for their ERA, that means they are damn good, right? I remember, and normally when you get late into the season, you don't see guys holding on to it. Some of them will hold on to an ERA of 1 point something, but usually the good pitchers usually end up with a 2 point something ERA, right? If you finish up with a 1 point something ERA, that means you're the boss. I mean, back in the day, who was that? Mario Soto. They used to play with the Cincinnati Reds. I think that was his name. And he took a low ERA all the way into August. I remember that. I think it was 0 point something, right? And that was the back in the day before I mean, they always had the pitch counts, but that was before the media was up on the pitch counts. Chris Flexen, let's look at him. His last game was against St. Louis. He went 3 innings, struck out 2 people, allowed 4 hits, and allowed 1 run. Okay, so yeah, that's not. Then against Cleveland, he went 1 inning, struck out 1 person, and that was it. They probably just had him come in for middle relief. Then we got his last, well, the game before the 3rd of July. He played Houston. He went 4 innings. He gave up 2 hits and no runs. So I mean, this guy looked like he's a middle relief guy from somewhere, right? And I had to look at him because his ERA is so low, right? I'm gonna take the Yankees guys on this one because I really don't know about this guy Chris Flexen, right? I know he's 5-0. I know he's got an ERA 0.83, but let's see how many games he played in. Let's see. Yeah, he's basically been in. Let's see, what is this? May 2nd was his first start, and so he went from like May 2nd all the way to May 27th, or actually May 30th. And he pitched. Okay, so no, I thought I was looking at something else. So no. So he's like been pitching like 1 inning, right? Oh no, like a very small amount. Like okay, starting off early May, he went 3 innings. Um, he allowed 1 hit, right? Walked 2 people, and then all of the games going down, he allowed 1 hit, no runs, 1 hit, no runs, two, So he's like a middle relief kind of guy. I'm picking up on, and they're probably giving somebody some rest because he's not pitched in a lot of games. And that's why I say, guys, when you see a guy with a low ERA or a high ERA, just get on your horse, get on the computer, and look at it. That way, you will see what's really going on. Because when I see that a pitcher has a 0.87 ERA, I automatically want to know what's going on with him. And you go look at his stats, and you can tell. Hold on, I see you, guy. Hold on, let me. Yeah, I just. All right, what's good with you? Oh, shut up. Yeah, Uncle. So you were talking to me at the same time. I'm sorry, I just saw that. I am like so sorry. Um, MLB is awesome. 2025 World Series champs, Blue Jays. Oh hell yeah! I used to love the Blue Jays when I was a kid because I'm from Detroit, and then we would always go to Toronto and stuff like that. But yeah, exhibition stadium was my favorite. Let me see, interesting information. Yeah, man. What information I forgot, but um, tell me really quick. But the information, man, it's just like I don't give it to you if I know it and I have it. Um, but the one thing I can honestly say is that when you are gambling on baseball, you got to do your homework. And then watch this. You can do your homework and you can do a damn good job at scouting and getting the numbers right. But at the end of the day, that doesn't matter. It's all what happens on the field of play. It'll give you some type of idea of what's going to happen. Don't get me wrong. It'll give you some good idea, but you got to get online and check it out and see what's going on because, like I was just told you, what's up, Nick? Nicholas Handy. Yes, yes. What's good? Have a nice evening. Yeah, Alpha. Um, Z Corp. Z Corp Alpha. Yeah, dude. Glad to have you on. Make sure you like and subscribe, guys. You guys stop through, get whatever you need, and you can take off. But what I usually do is I give out parlay tickets every single day. Free parlay tickets every single day. Right? Do some of them hit? Yeah, we just had one a day ago. Right? It was a 5 leg. We really haven't. Since I've been doing this since I want to say May. We've we haven't cracked that. I did hit for 1,700, but I didn't put it up because I was really busy and I forgot to put it up, and then I screwed my people. So ever since that day, I made a vow to always put my stuff up, so you guys get that good chance of winning. And yeah, Nick, awesome, man. Welcome on board, man. Come hang out with us as we get down to the nitty gritty. Um, Another thing, too, guys. I was talking about teasing, right? Teasing a college football game is you have to do it, right? I know myself. If I'm watching college football, damn, this is already there. Water. Sorry, man. I didn't know that was there. But when I'm doing college football, it's essential to tease any football games because, like I was explaining earlier, um, a lot of games need to be teased because it's a big ass point spread, right? So, for example, like Ohio State. Ohio State, you'll notice, and you'll see it again this year. Ohio State, they'll be playing St. Mary's of the Blind. Man, I'm giving St. Mary's of the Blind a workout. But they'll play St. Mary's of the Blind, and they'll put Ohio State favored by 49. Ohio State, they're not, they won't try to, they won't try to cover. They don't, because you got coaches like that don't care, right? But Ohio State is one of those type of teams that they don't like to run the score up on people. So you can tease it, right? So if you go tease that Ohio State game, and let's say it's at 40, you can take that thing. Sometimes it's low. I mean, they've got a lot of places you can move down, but you can basically move it down from 40 to at least 32. So now you didn't move the point spread from 40 to 32, and then you still win. Now, you were scheduled to get what? $50 on that had you not teased it, but since you teased it and you brought it down from 40 to 30, and let's say you was going to get $600. Well, now it's probably going to be worth 300, right? It depends what you have on your thing. You're not going to get, what you because you bought points. But you need that. Example. Every week, this is like maybe 2 years ago when I finally got it figured out. Right? So I'm just teasing games, and every weekend I had at least $1,500 in my pocket, $1,500. I had $1,000 in my pocket every weekend. I swear to God. But if I hadn't have teased those games, number one, the price would have been a lot higher, and number two, I probably wouldn't have won a lot of those games, right? So it gives you an edge on winning. And the best place I like to go to is ESPN. I don't like Caesars because Caesars they tease good too, but Caesars can be jackasses. So I don't really mess with those guys. Well, by the way, they owe me $100. You get every. I guess somebody say this dude crying about that money every week. It's $100, man. I can get about 8 parlays off that if I want. So yeah, teasing games is always good. All right, let's get at this. So I guess we were looking at this dude here. Hold on. So I was looking at who is this guy? I forgot his name. Oh, Chris Flexen. So Chris Flexen, his stats is probably a little bit misleading because it's 0.8 something. When I see that, I say, "Oh man, this what did he do? He threw 100 no hitters." So that's why I go and look because it's because they got a high ER. Now you can, and it goes both ways because you can pull up a guy's his ERA is 12.8, right? And you're like, man, they rocking this dude. But then you go and look at your stats, and then you look at the situations he was in and whatever, and a lot of times it wasn't his fault. He's got bad games in there too, right? But the numbers will always tell the truth, right? Um, like I remember back in the day, Phil Necro. Phil Necro was a knuckleballer. He pitched in Atlanta for a hot minute too. Okay, and we got Wakefield and Phil Necro, and both of those guys are finesse pitchers. Well, I don't know how many times I've seen Phil Necro give up like 10 runs, and they didn't smack this dude all over the field. Him and yeah, what's the dude's name? I just said it for Wakefield. And they'll get shelled one game, and then in the next game they'll come out and they'll throw a one hitter or two hitter because what they're doing is they're finessing. They're not throwing hard. They're just finessing, mixing all of the pitches up, and also the knuckleballer. And so I remember one time I went to a Tiger game, sat behind home plate, and I wanted to see Wakefield because from the TV to television, and you're looking at it straight ahead. I was like, oh, I can hit that dude. I can hit him. So I went behind the plate, and as a matter of fact, it was the last year of Tiger Stadium being open, right? So I went and I sat behind home plate and I watched his pitches, and it was weird. It would come like this, right? And it just drop. So, you standing there, right, like this, and you want that, it's looking real juicy, right? And then as soon as you go to swing, that bitch just drop. And you swinging at the air. So that finesse pitchers, right? But this guy right here is not he might be. I mean, he may be a finesse pitcher, but not enough for me to go on and take the Chicago Cubbies. I'm going to take the Yankees on this one. This should be a pretty good game, though. This should be a really good game. Yeah, let's take the Yankees. Trust me, because Rodon is 9-6, ERA 3.30, right? 127 strikeouts. I mean, so he's throwing it. I mean, he's slinging it, right? The Marlins versus the Orioles tomorrow. Edward Cabrera. Baltimore hasn't put up who they're going to have starting. Why? Right? 9 times out of 10, this team already know who you're gonna put up. You ain't fooling nobody. You definitely ain't fooling Vegas. And hell, maybe Vegas told them to put it up like that. Never underestimate the power of Vegas. All right. That Marlins and Orioles game, I would just hold up before getting into that one, right? Because Baltimore doesn't have a pitcher listed. Drew Rasmussen from the Tampa Bay Rays, 7-5, ERA 2.82, 76 strikeouts. He's going against Hunter Dobbins for Boston, 4-1, ERA 4.10, and 43 strikeouts. You know, when you're looking at this on paper, it looks like Tampa should handle Boston easily. But you just never know. Tampa's pretty good. And Boston's not that good this year. Rasmussen is pretty cool. I mean, his ERA speaks for itself. It's 8.2. But what happens, guys, is sometimes I just get that when I see two teams, and I get that feeling, and I kind of hold up. That's why I kind of pause like that, because this game I'm not. All right, let's just do his name. Rasmussen, right? He's pretty good, damn good. All right. So, well, the first game he pitched, or the last 3 games, he pitched against Minnesota, 2 innings, allowed 3 hits, 1 run. The next game, he went 3 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs. Kansas City, he went 5 innings, gave up 2 hits, walked 2 batters. Yeah, I mean, that's not bad, right? If you go 5 in, so I don't really care about the pitching two innings and allowing 3 hits, because you didn't really pitch that long, right? Because as far as we know, if they would have kept him out there, nobody else might not even got a hit off of him. So when it's slow like that, I was like, that's an incomplete. But for the most part, Rasmussen holds a significant lead over Boston. So I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Rays on the money line. But watch this, guys. Look at Boston. Boston is 49-45. I wonder if they traded Durant. What's this guy's name? I forgot. Yeah, let's take Boston on the money line, guys. We get a good price for that. Jeremy Marquise for the Colorado Rockies. He's 3-10, ERA 5.84. ERA is 63 strikeouts. And Chase Burns for Cincinnati, 0-1, ERA 8.10, and 15 strikeouts. Now watch this. When Chase Burns first came on the scene this year, I was like, who is that? And I think one of you guys out there kind of like told me who he was, and I'm like, okay, cool. Well, I guess Cincinnati was thinking that maybe they were stealing signs, or they watched video on this kid, because they was like, everything he threw, they hit it out. But here's the deal with that. When it's like real early, when you playing at Fenway Park, right? I mean, it's a short fence anyway, right? I mean, the kid, they might have been stealing signs, I don't know, but they teed off on this dude. Let's pull his stuff up. Chase Burns, 210 pounds. Oh, he's a youngin'. He's 22. He's 6'3" too. All right, let's look at this dude. Philadelphia. He struck out 7. Went 4 innings and gave up 2 hits and 1 run. And he walked 4 people. All right. And then against Boston, the one I was talking about, he lost that game, but he only pitched 1 inning. And that, okay, I see it now. So it wasn't last week against Philly. It was this week. I mean, the week before last when they teed off against Boston. So he didn't even last 1 inning, right? And it was just he gave up 5 hits, gave up 5 runs, and he walked 2 people, no strikeouts. So at that point, I mean, with that being the point, I remember watching ESPN. Yeah, you do need to pull him out of the game when it's like that, right? Because you don't want to hurt your rookies' confidence, and that can happen. But I'm sure they told him, "Look, kid, it's okay. You're pitching in Fenway Park. And by the way, are you aware?" Yeah, because Fenway Park is small, right? All right, so what are we looking at? Yeah, Chase Burns. No, he's decent. I mean, his arm, he can sling it, but they teed off on his ass. And I guess he'll learn, right? I can't say they were stealing signs. I don't know, but normally with a young pitcher, um, sometimes they get nervous too, right? And he probably was nervous playing in Fenway. And just was nervous. All right. Tomorrow, Friday, the Seattle Mariners will be playing the Detroit Tigers. Mariners will have Luis Castillo going for him, 5-5, ERA 3.31, ERA and 87 strikeouts. Okay, and then Turk Skubal will be going for the Tigers. He's 10-2, ERA 2.02, 148 strikeouts. Now, here's another one. So you see his ERA is in the lowest, 2.02. He's 10-2, 148 strikeouts. Well, you could just look at this and go, okay, yeah, I don't have to look at his stats to see why his ERA is low. It's self-explanatory, right? He's 10-2, his ERA is 2.02, and he just struck out 148 people. And by the way, this dude, when he gets in the 9th inning and he's still pitching, he's throwing 100 miles an hour. He's aggressive, very aggressive on the mound, and that's awesome. But sometimes you just want to strike that guy out, and you don't care, and you will challenge him, and you will come down the middle. You come down the middle with it, man for man, right? Either he smacks one out, or you strike him out. So, yeah. I love baseball, guys. All right, so where are we? Okay. So, Turk Skubal. The last game against the Indians, he went 7 innings, and he only allowed 3 hits. Well, they took him out of the game, and I think Cleveland slapped a couple, got some runs out of the next person that pitched, but they still held on to win the game. Skubal wasn't able to get the win, the decision. But also in that game, he didn't allow any runs. He gave up 3 hits, 0 runs. He didn't walk anybody. And then he struck out 10. Ooh, that's good. Minnesota, 1-0. He got a decision in that. He went 7 innings. Allowed 1 hit. Only walked 1 person. Struck out 13. I'm not even going to talk about the rest because we don't need to. This is self-explanatory. And here's what I like to do time to time, guys. I like to go and pick a shitty ticket because sometimes you can hit off of shitty tickets. I hit for about 10 grand off of a shitty ticket once. What is a shitty ticket, Ron? Well, it's a ticket where teams you normally wouldn't pick, you picked. You went for a couple of underdogs that was in the game. You took some under and overs, right? And sometimes you can look at games and you can tell, what game is going to be under and what game is going to be over. It's basically based on the pitchers, right? And then you can make your determination from there. Let me see, because it was something happened today. No, it was yesterday. It was a Toronto Blue Jays game. And I predicted it with, I think it said it went over. Well, anyway, whatever it happened, I predicted it, right? You just look at it, and I think what I do is when I'm looking at games for the over/under, I'm looking at both pitchers, how much hits they're allowing, how many runs they allow, how many people have they walked or struck out, and I look at all of that. His batting average, guys strike out. I kind of look at a lot of stuff, right? You got to look at the hitters too, right? So you can basically have a good pitcher out there, but you think they're going to have a good game and they're not. They're not even going to have one. And sometimes it looks like they're going to breeze right through these guys. And that pitcher just serves up go for ball after go for ball after go for ball. Go for balls like they lob them or whatever, knocks them out. All right, let's go screwball. Let's take. All right, hold on. I'm gonna straighten you guys out. How's everybody doing today? It's a nice day outside, I know. Or wherever you guys are at, I hope it's really nice. I usually try to get on you guys to take care of your mental health and always, try to get some exercise going on. That also helps when you're gambling. Sometimes you just need to go out, clear your head, go for a run, walk, right? Become one with the universe outside, and you'll be surprised what you can come up with, right? I'm not a religious person. I don't really like to get off into that, right? But I do believe in the universe, and I do believe that if you get in tune with the universe and you focus, you can do pretty good. No negativity. Because if all you do is talk about negative, that's all you're going to get, right? So here's what we're going to do. And I'm pulling up this bet slip, right? Because I'm going to show you guys how we're going to work this tomorrow. And I'm going to put this one up now. I ain't going to waste any time. So we're going to do a same game parlay tomorrow, right? And we're going to do the Tigers. God damn it. Oh, for real. Actually, guys, tomorrow's going to be a good day. All right. The Seattle Mariners versus the Detroit Tigers, right? We will take the money line. Because I don't like to get too arrogant. Well, yeah, I do. But I don't like it. I like to don't get too arrogant. If you're saying it's going to be under, because I'm thinking this game is going to be under. If you're saying it's going to be under, it's a good chance you probably don't want to pick the spread, right? Because if you pick the spread and you know it's going under, 9 times out of 10, you're probably not going to hit because you know it's going under. And the final score, a lot of these 2-1, 1-1, 1-0. So we'll take the money line on the Tigers and we'll take the under, right? That's 2. Now we'll go inside the game, right? I'm going to push it. Seattle is a good hitting ball club, but I don't care. I'm going to push it. Let's see. Let's take the first inning under 1.5. Where are you? Did they 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 haven't put it up yet. They got the first. I hope they're not giving it. Maybe not giving it to us because it says first inning over / under 0.5 runs. Well, where's the 1.5? God damn it! You guys got to be aware. A lot of these companies are communists, non-American. No, I'm just playing. But I swear to God, sometimes they do act like a bunch of commies. Hey, you from the good old US of A, you ain't got to play games like this. Just give us what's either one or the other, right? But that's not the case. Maybe they may put it up tonight. Maybe they may put it up tomorrow before the game. But I see one here. And then they've got a Nerfy, right? Do you want to pick a Nerfy with the Tigers? Nerfies mean no runs scored in the first inning by either team. Or what I usually bet is the first inning results in a tie. No. I'll do it again. I'll tell you guys. Philadelphia, no. Right? Because Philadelphia can hit. The Yankees, no. Tigers, no. Did I say Philadelphia? Philadelphia, no. Dodgers, nope. All those teams that I'm naming off are good power hitting teams, or they can hit. They just can hit the ball. So now, but watch this. Can you take this during the playoffs? Absolutely, because in the playoffs or coming up to the playoffs, everything is like, and you're gonna see a lot of 1-2 games, 1-0 games, 2-0, because it's gonna be really tight. But nevertheless, we've got the Tigers on the money line, and we got the score under 7, right? And the only reason I could probably take the under. Well, I don't know. Seattle's guy Castillo, he's not what he used to be. But let's just stick around with it. Let's put him on the money, the under. Let's take the under, because the Mariners, Castillo is not a bad pitcher, so we'll go with the under. But it's not here, so I can't put it on there. Hold on, let's see if I can find it. Oh, here it is. You just have to look sometimes. The first inning, under or over 1.5 runs. So right away, I'm gonna look at this game. I'm gonna say it's the under, and they got it locked out. Son of a bitch. That's why they're not showing it. Watch this, guys. Come tomorrow, 3 hours before the game, 8 hours before the game. Well, I wouldn't say 8, but 3 hours before this game, that will not be on there. They're gonna snatch that off. How do you know, Ron? Because they do it all the time. It's a game to them. It's really a game. Because I told my buddy, I said, dude, you're gonna have to help me come on during the football season in NFL. He said, yeah, no problem. Now, he's not a gambler, but he likes to break down the games, right? And he knows it. He knows it very well. And what gives him a better advantage than me, he doesn't bet, so he's going to tell you like it is. He don't care because he don't have a dog in the fight. So he's going to give it to you straight up. Because I remember last year I gave him a game. And for me, that game was like, because gamblers, we do it to ourselves, right? You start thinking all these different scenarios can happen, and Vegas getting involved. My buddy, he doesn't gamble, so he didn't get into that. So when he predicted the winner and they won, he goes, oh, that was easy. And I told him, I said, dude, yeah, it's easy for you, but when you get to gambling, man, I mean, we'll know some of the facts, but our judgment gets really cloudy because we've got all these different scenarios going on in our head, and that don't even be the case. Sometimes we kind of overthink. But I brought a guy in who doesn't gamble, and a lot of his picks are right. He didn't care. So they haven't. Oh wait, it's open. They opened it back up. Let's take the under, right? Let's take the under. So right now for tomorrow, here's our ticket. The Tigers on the money line. Let's take the under in the game. And let's go the first inning. The first inning under 1.5 runs. Ron, why would you do that? Why don't you just do a nerfy? Because I'm going to give room to some errors, because what's going to end up happening is the Tigers are pretty much, they're going to score in the first inning. Great chance they do. So, Tigers screwed me a lot of times. Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes you got to follow him. Who was that? I'm sorry, Devin, give it to me again. I forgot who I was talking about. You got to follow him. See, man, you get my age, dude. You forget shit like that. Oh, okay. I think you're talking about Screwball. Yeah, I mean, if that's it, yeah. Sometimes you gotta follow him. Yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah. Hold on. Oh, what is this? Sometimes you. Well, yeah. So what I'm doing. Come on, you piece of crap. There we go. Hold on. I don't want to do that. I'm trying to get out of this. God damn it. Hold on, guys. I just screwed up, but I can get it back. Or were you talking about my buddy who does the football? Yeah, I follow him a lot. Yeah. Oh, you talking about Screwball? Yeah. We got to follow Screwball big time, and we just got to ride him until. I mean that. If he loses, then whatever. But yeah. So right now, we've got the Tigers on the money line. We got the under 7. We got the first run over, or no, under 1.5 runs. They don't have the pitching up yet. Hold on, let's see. And sometimes when they have the pitching up, you could freak it out this way. Don't pick a winner, right? Take the over or the under, right? Which a lot of times is going to be the under. You take the under. You take the pitching props, right? For them to get strikeouts, right? And then we got the under of the game, and then you can take under 1.5 runs, or you can take the nerfy, and you will have nice money, and you haven't even picked a winner yet. So that's what I like about FanDuel. They'll let you do that. So you can pretty much freak the whole game out, get all this stuff, and then they go, well, you want to pick a winner of the game? Nope, the hell with you, dude. I'm going to get paid off of this. So, yeah, but it's not a lot in that Tigers game. So I'm going to take the Tigers on the money line, the under in the game, under 7, and then I'm going to take the under 1.5 in the game, well, first after the first inning. And I'm hoping and praying that when they put the stats up for Screwball, hopefully they will put 6.5 strikeouts or over. No, over 6.5. And watch this. If they do end up putting it on here tonight, that's when they usually put it up after all the other games. I can guarantee you it won't be on there in the morning. Guaranteed. Why? Are you shitting me? These guys are from North Korea. They commies. No, I'm just playing. No. These guys ain't. They're gonna play hardball with you. So right away, I got those 3. I don't know what the strikeouts will be, but let's just go with the 3. Let's dump $20 on that. Well, you dump $20 on that, it's only $34.17. That's why when you put the pitching strikeouts and stuff in there, it goes up. And it normally will give you, you put the strikeouts in there, you can probably get up to $200, right? Wagering 10 or even 20 or 15, right? Or you can keep it like this, right? Now watch this. I'm going to move out of there. And I didn't put that one up. Okay, where's it at? Where is it at? Shit. Hold on, guys. So I'm gonna leave that ticket just as is, right? But I'm gonna add to it because let's make it worth our while. I won like one at the beginning of the week. I think I won like $66, I think, right? So this is for tomorrow. Come on, you piece of crap. The 11th. Happy birthday, Candace. You're probably not looking, but I remembered that. It just came to my head. Happy birthday, Candace. Have a great birthday. Okay. So I'm looking to see what game I'm going to add to that 3 parlay with the Tigers because we got to get a little bit more than that. I mean, you can add Carlos Rondon in there, right? Because Carlos Rondon, no, he's been like 4 strikeouts, 5. No, I'm gonna pass on him. Like he'll get the win maybe, but we'll get some like good games. So let me see. Hold on. I got a good one. So let's take Paul Skeens from Pittsburgh. Let's go ahead and pick. They don't even have that in there for me. And then you got Joe Ryan. But let's look at Paul Skeens, right? The last time he pitched, he had 10 strikeouts. What would I pick him for? 5, right? Or if they give you the over 6.5, I would definitely take over 6.5. If they gave you 7.5, I don't think I would do it, right? Because Paul Skeens is like, he threw like 4 strikeouts in one game, and another one was 5. Guys have bad games. Is Paul Skeens a good pitcher? Yes, he's a stud, right? But you don't want to get caught up and putting big numbers up in there, like 8 strikeouts, all to make your parlay look good. Because after the end of the game, what happens if they jump on him for 8 runs? Then they're gonna yank him out of the game. Now you screwed, right? Okay, so we try to want to get something that's manageable, and I would say 4, but you have to check it. Fanatics gives you the better option when it goes for pitching props. Fanatics will. ESPN don't. No, they don't. All right, so on this Tiger thing, we're gonna grab, but it's not even up here for me to even make an example. But we're definitely gonna use Paul Skeens, right? And then Paul Skeens is going to head up against the Minnesota Twins. Joe Ryan. Oh my God. How coincidental is that, right? So here's Joe Ryan's record: 8-4, 2.76, 116 strikeouts. Look, games like this, we have to take advantage of it because Vegas and these sports books will screw you all year. So when they give you stuff like this, you have to take advantage of it. How do you take advantage of it, Ron? They're giving you these low-scoring ball games, and you know when you got a pitcher duel, it's going to be what? A low-scoring game. So we got the Tigers. We took the under. We took the Tigers on the money line. Then we'll go over here to this Pirate game and Twins. I really don't know who's going to win that game, but guess what? I don't care because I'm going to take the under as well in this game, right? Let me go here and hit it. Hold on. Okay, here we go. But they don't. Let me see if they got Paul Skeens in there as pitching stats. Nope. Fucking Vegas, man. So let's just go ahead. We're gonna hit the under 7, right? What props do we have? Not that many. They got a Nerfy in here. Maybe. Let's do it, right? Because Pittsburgh sucks and Minnesota is inconsistent. So let's do a first inning result, resulting in a tie. Right? So now how many do we have now? Let's see. I gotta tell you guys it's something that's really funny, and I get back to this. I forgot where I was at. It was somewhere where I knew a lot of people or something, and I'm like a party or something, and I'm listening in the kitchen, and one of the ladies was in there talking, and she was cheating on her husband. So I can say this because they probably won't watch it, and I'm not giving you numbers. She was talking about saying, "Oh, I think Ron's got a problem gambling. He gambles on baseball." And I heard it. I just walked. I left at that point because I'm like, now here she is fooling around on her own man, and then she throwing stones at me. Hey man, I can't make this shit up. You know I can't. She told me I got a gambling problem, and she tipping out on her old man. So the moral to the story is, people gonna say you got gambling problems, but only you know if you have it or not, right? You got gambling problems when they're not benefiting from it. But if anybody is benefiting from it, they don't say nothing about you having a problem. Remember that. Because some people will come on. here we go. Here we go. Okay, so here's what we got so far. Pittsburgh Pirates, Minnesota Twins, under 7. We got a Nerfy, first inning resulting in a tie. We've got the Detroit Tigers on the money line. We've got the under 7 total runs of the game. And then we've got the under 1.5 after the first inning, right? So this is like 5 right now. So I'm gonna go back and see what else I can tweak. Did I put nope? Well, they haven't put Paul Skeens' stats up, but you can grab Paul Skeens for what? 5. Don't try to break the bank, right? 5 strikeouts. You can go over here and get Joe Ryan. Let's see what Joe Ryan does. Joe Ryan, 8 strikeouts. His last one, 4 before that one, and the one at the end. Let's see, the last third one is against Seattle. He struck out 8. So if I'm looking at this and I'm going to bet on it, I'm going to take the Seattle. I'm going to take like 4 strikeouts for this guy. Joe Ryan, go 4. You can probably go 5. And it's a great chance, right, that they will probably give you over 6.5 strikeouts. If they give you over 6.5 strikeouts, you take it and you go. Yeah, I definitely would. So right now, we don't even have all of this stuff that's going on because, let's see, hold on. It's not listed right now. So let's just go and put $20 on this 5-leg parlay. Or 20. $97.80 if you wager $20, right? You didn't even pick a winner. But don't worry, it'll be like 200 once they put the pictures on there. And then if you take the over-under on the strikeouts, you can probably get about $400 to $500. Don't overdo it with player props, please. This is the most conservative way to win some quick, fast money. Is it 100% proof positive? Because you never know, right? But can you like hit? You could. Let's look and see what else we got before we go. But I like that. I like this ticket. I think I got a 30% profit boost. That's sweet. All right, so let's go find another game where we can get some money. It's all about like pimping shit out, man. So I'm just looking for another game I can probably capitalize on. Michael Walker and the Mets. I'm gonna hold off on that one. Michael Walker. I mean, if it's nothing else, this is a game I'll use. Kansas City and the Mets, the Metropolitans, because the Metropolitans got Cody Senga, 7-3, ERA 1.47, 70 strikeouts. Michael Walker, he's 4-9, but do not let that 4-9 records confuse you because he is a good pitcher. Let me see. What's his last 3? Yeah, his last 3, what? 4 strikeouts against Seattle. He had 1, and then he had 9 against Tampa. I think he had a whole bunch against the Tigers. Let's go and look in here and see. Never be afraid to get aggressive when you're doing this. Sometimes you can get aggressive and then just do too much. But sometimes because look, at some point when you're gambling, if you want to win big, you got to step out big time. So if you lose, that's okay. It's all right. Won't be the first, won't be the last time. All right, so where are we at? I'm trying to find Micah Walker's stats against the Tigers. Let's try this. So, this is April 20th. I think they. Maybe it's another one. Is this it? All right, here's the one I think that I'm looking at. Let me check. And I think it's the one that happened on May 31st. He went 7 innings. Yep, this is the one. He went 7 innings against the Tigers, and he only allowed 1 hit. So that's good. Michael Walker is good. Trust me, guys. All right, let's get out of this one. Let me see if I can get something else. Do you want to grab one of these pictures and put it in your parlay? Yeah, but let's just hold tight for a hot minute and let's see. Because we got to go what's important first. And then if you want to get aggressive, you can. But you just pretty much want to have all your bases covered. That game sucks. This game sucks. Diamondbacks, Angels suck. San Diego versus Philadelphia. Yes. Now watch this. All right, watch this. So we will go over to the ticket, right? And we're going to add more on. And we're going to pull up on, where you go? We're going to pull up on that Philadelphia and San Diego game, right? And so we're going to look at the pictures. Ranger Suarez, how many strikeouts he normally has? For the last 3. Six strikeouts, 8 strikeouts, 7 strikeouts. If I'm looking at that, I'm taking 5 strikeouts or maybe 4 because you're not trying to break the bank. You're just trying to win. You're trying to get some money. You're trying to be conservative. In a case like this, you don't want to be too aggressive, because you don't want to mess up a good ticket, right? Now, if something happens out of your control, that's one thing. But going for a lot of player props, that will get you a lot of times. And Nerfies too, right? Because I'm taking a big gamble putting a Nerfie, but if they hit, it's good, man. It's like all good. So we'll take Michael Walker, right? They don't even have it. Oh, Vasquez, San Diego. So we'll take the under in that game, San Diego and Arizona. Just give me the under. Do I want to go to a player prop, Nerfy? Why? Because these are 2 teams that they hit, and they'll both probably get a hit. Can you get that 1 inning under 1.5 or under 0.5? Absolutely, but I wouldn't want to get that aggressive, right? Because you just never know. What if they don't get it? Now your ticket is gone. All right, so And it's too bad that they don't have the pictures up yet, man. This fucking sucks. It's starting to piss me off. Oh wait, they got the pictures? They got the strikeouts for San Diego. What gives? Okay, so Randy Vasquez. They got him over 2.5. What are they doing? Take this shit, right? Hold on, guys. So let's look at it this way. So we're gonna take, and that's weird, man. Randy Vasquez over 2.5 strikeouts. What? It's not that easy. What the hell? Is this a bum steer? Ooh, oh. Guys, hold tight. Sucks. Give me. I'm gonna sign out. Give me 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, and I'll get right back with you guys. So just hold on for like 3 minutes. All right. No, yeah, 3 minutes. Sorry, guys, I had to cut out and run. I'm back now, though, but I had to take care of some business. A very important phone call. Hold on. Fucking more. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I had to make an important phone call. I had to take care of some very, very important business. Normally, I don't usually do that, but I apologize for that. But nevertheless, guys, I think I left off with let's see, hold on. So we got the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the Minnesota Twins. We took the under, right? And then we've got the first inning resulting in a tie, right? Then we've got, and this the first inning resulting in a tie. That's with Pittsburgh and Minnesota. And then we have the Detroit Tigers game on the money line. Then we took the under 7, and then we took first inning under 1.5 runs, right? So right now that's still 5. I was looking at this other game. That's for tonight. But what is this? 5. Let's drop 20 on that and see what it says. If you put $20 on this as is, it's $113.53. You put 10 on it, you'll get $56.77. That's not worth it, right? So if you want to do something like that, we only got 5. Either I would suggest putting in 20 or 30. You put in 30, you get $170. You put in 30, you get $170 for this, right? Or you can go back and do 20, right? You can go back and do 20 and then continue to start trying to find something else that we can use to pimp this game out. Tampa, no, I don't like that one. Um, 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 Rangers Suarez in Philadelphia. There we go. Okay. So we're going to add the Philadelphia and the San Diego game on, right? So we'll just look down here how many strikeouts Ranger Suarez usually throws. Um, we're going from the top to bottom from today or whatever down. 6 strikeouts on the 5th of July. 8 strikeouts against Atlanta June 29th. And then against Houston, 7 strikeouts, right? So just looking at this and making a comparison or trying to estimate, I would do 4, right? Why? Because you're not trying to break the bank. You're just trying to keep this ticket going and be a little bit more realistic, right? But what does that mean? Because a little bit realistic can be that he can get 12 strikeouts. You know what I mean? So, but I say 4, right? So let's go back because they don't even have that. And we're talking about Philadelphia and San Diego. This is a good game, right? These are probably 2 playoff games. But Ryan, come on, you piece of shit. We're definitely going to take the under in this game. Let me go ahead and click that off. We're definitely going to take the under. Now watch this, guys. When I do it, and how we're not even really straining our brains to see who's going to win. You have a better chance at the Tigers winning, but if you're not sure, you can we'll play around with it and take the Tigers off and leave all these stuff on there. But hold on, Ranger Suarez, right? So I say 4 for Ranger Suarez, right? He doesn't give up a lot of hits either, right? He doesn't walk a lot. But July 5th, he had 6. July 29th, he had 8 strikeouts. And July 24th against Houston, he had 7 strikeouts. All right, so let's get back. And now it's Ranger Suarez, and then it's Ryan Begert. Dude is decent, right? He's decent. He's very decent. His last 8. 4 strikeouts, 3 strikeouts, and 8 strikeouts. I don't like to see that, right? I don't like to see 3 and 4s anywhere from the last 3, right? Um, for me, I'm gonna pass. I would pass on a player prop from Ryan or strikeouts because it looks. I mean, he's good, man, but I didn't know. I thought he had more strikeouts than that. But he had 8, but against Arizona. But hold on, let's go a little deeper. Let's see if we can make something happen. Hold on, let's see. It's a game logs. Nope, not liking this guy. Because let's go. We look at. We'll start off with April. He pitched. He started pitching April 26th. That was his first game. Um, he only had 1 strikeout, but he just came in for relief. All right. And so let's see the next one, May 2nd. Oh, yeah, nope. Not, no. I think he's starting to pitch more games. He's pretty decent, right? But will I risk putting even 3 on this guy? I don't want to. Right? So I'm out. So now I just got to make sure what I got for San Diego. I can't find my. What did I do on my thing? I didn't cancel it, did I? Sorry. Oh, here it is, right here. Okay. So, what do we have? What do we have? What do we have here? Um, we still have 5, but we're going to go down here to this San Diego game, right? And we got to wait. We're going to get Paul Skeens, but once it's all in, once they upload all that stuff, and I'll send it back to you tonight. Um, shit, okay. Philadelphia at San Diego. We will take the under in that game. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Um, am I gonna go to Nerfy? Nope. San Diego is a good hitting team, and so is Philadelphia. Right? Um, but I'm not going to mess around with that with Vasquez, and I'm not gonna go with a first inning result either, right? Because you could really lose. So right now we have a total of 6 on the bet list, right? How much does $20 get you on this? And I'll read it off again, just as someone just came in. So we're just looking at power games for tomorrow, pitching matchups, where we know we can get paid. So, Pittsburgh versus Minnesota, we'll take the under, 6.5. Pittsburgh Pirates and Minnesota. We will wait. They don't have the pitching stats for Joe Ryan and Paul Skeens. Once they put Paul Skeens and Joe Ryan on here, which are two excellent pitchers, we'll go to money line. We'll take, let's just say, for the sake of saying, we'll take 4+ strikeouts for both of them, right? If they had the over under, that's your choice. But like I said, don't get out of control too much, because you don't. It would suck if you won everything and there was one guy who was waiting on him to get one strikeout. So we don't want to do that, right? Okay. So now we've got first inning resulting in a tie with Pittsburgh and Minnesota. We've got the Seattle Mariners versus the Tigers. We took the Tigers on the money line. We took the Tigers under 7. We took first inning under 1.5 runs in that Tiger game. The reason we didn't take the whole full Nerfy is because Detroit is an excellent hitting team, and you don't want to screw yourself out of it. I mean, I know I'm representing the D, right? But I'm not gonna screw up my money. I'm a Tiger fan, but I'm not stupid. Well, maybe a little bit, but I mean, nah. So, and then we'll take Philadelphia. We'll take the under 8, Philadelphia versus San Diego. That's 6. We dropped 20 on that. But remember, we don't have the pitchers, right? And you know what? You can do this one, right? And then come back and add the pitchers and do another parlay. But right now, as it stands, if you put $20 on this ticket, you're going to win $230.41. All right, big spender, if you put $50 on it, $576. Now, let's go ahead and play with it. Let's say I'm scared the Tigers are going to lose. Let's take the Tigers out. We take the Tigers out. The only thing now we're looking for is just what? The over-under, situational bets. Under 7, right? First inning Nerfy, right? Under 7 Tigers game. First inning under 1.5 and under 8 in the Philadelphia. In the Philadelphia game. Drop 20 on. Drop 20. Oh, let's see. Drop 10 on that. $72. You drop 20 on that. $145. Drop 30. $218. Let's do the 50. You know what? One of you guys out here is a big pimp. So we're going to use your money. Let's put $100 on here. Or which one? Is somebody out there's got $100. So we're going to put $100 on it. Holy crap. If you put $100 on this, this is even without the Tigers winning. We don't have any teams in here winning, right? We're not going to stress ourselves over it. We take the under. Because all these games that I picked on are pitching duel games. They getting at it, right? San Diego, Philadelphia, 2 good teams. They getting at it. The Tigers versus Seattle, 2 good teams, right? Pitchers, Screwball, they getting at it. And then we got Philadelphia and Philadelphia and San Diego. I mean, what else would you want? This is the best, right? So now with all of that, and we don't have the Tigers winning, we don't have any strikeouts going. That'll be the next ticket. But this ticket right here, what they're allowing us to bet on, a 5-bet slip, and you put $100 on this, $728.92. You're not a big spender, um, but you want to go 70. 70 will get you $500. If you're like me and I'm broke, I'm gonna go 25. 25 gets me $182. And just do this ticket, right, and go. Now I'm gonna take a picture of it because now, so I'm gonna put them all together tonight. I'm gonna put it out there for you so you guys can see it. Because once we're done with this ticket, we're gonna do another scenario, right? We'll go. Um, we'll take the over under maybe on the pitching strikeouts, right? We'll take the Tigers winning, right? We'll go single games, right? So that's the third one, right? And when you do the single games, that's Detroit and Seattle. The fourth one, Pittsburgh and the Twins. And the fifth one's there's three, right? So we can do the Padres individual game, Padres and Philly, the individual game once, right? Detroit Tigers and Seattle Mariners, individual game two. Pirates Minnesota, individual game three. So now we got like three parlays, different things, right? And then we got this one, so that's like four, right? Then we will come back tomorrow or whatever and insert the pictures in. And we can just keep doing that, right? Without a winner. And then one of the tickets you can put in a winner, right? What the hell? So that's how we're going to work it. I don't see any other teams that I'm interested in, right? We got Dustin May for the Dodgers. I don't like him, right? Do I love the Dodgers? Hell yeah. Because those guys got a hell of a lineup. And that's why I tell you guys, never, ever, ever take nerfies with good hitting teams. Okay. LA. Otani, right? That's leading off. You've got Mookie Betts next. You've got Freeman, 3. You shitting me? You'll lose your money real fast. I'm telling you. You got to respect the Dodgers, right? All right, so I'm looking at all these other games. The A's and Blue Jays, I don't care. The Dodgers versus San Francisco, I don't care, right? You want to go in and grab Logan Webb with a strikeout? Let's see. I'll tell you what you should take, if any. So he had 6 strikeouts, 7 strikeouts, and 6 strikeouts. So yeah, I would go with like 4, right? Logan Webb if you can get it, and if it takes your price down, just take it out. See if anything that I missed anything. I'm gonna put it out tonight, guys. So just make sure that you come back and look at it because I'll probably have it. I'm gonna do this right after we get off with you. I'm gonna start putting it together, and that way we'll see what we can put together and we can win. There's no need in racking your brain trying to pick all these stupid games, and these stupid games screw us, right? And here's a funny thing. Whenever I pick a parlay and I feel real good and confident about it, I don't hit. It's always the ones that you say, man, I don't really know, right? Those are hit, right? So, like these 30 grand, I got 20, 17 grand, right? And all of those tickets, I didn't think I was going to win them. Just call it dumb luck. I don't know. Let me see. I just want to double check. That's it. Kansas City and the Royals against the Mets. The Mets piss me off. So I don't. You start screwing around with with the Mets guys. No, I don't want to do it. The Atlanta Braves suck, right? The Angels and the D-backs game. No. You got a perfect. We got a perfectly good ticket. All to screw it up by putting the Angels on here or the Diamondbacks. I'm not going for that. You got Philadelphia and San Diego, prime time, baby. Ranger Suarez, the pitcher of Philadelphia, is one. ERA is 1.99, 73 strikeouts. Ryan Baguette, he's 1-0, ERA 2.65, 3 strikeouts. That's us, right? Atlanta, go fly a kite because they're playing St. Louis. I don't care because these guys will make your blood pressure go up. Trust me. Um, the Rangers in Houston, I don't care. Let's see. Cleveland and Chicago. I'm not gonna, like I said, when we got games like this, there's no need to overthink stuff and screw good parlays up with teams like Cleveland and Chicago. Well, if you force my hand, I would take Chicago. But I don't want to run that risk, right? So guess what I do? I pass them up. A no-hitter? Who? The Mariners. Holy shit. Brian Lewis throwing a fucking no-hitter. I picked that son of a bitch. Yeah, I mean, Milwaukee Brewers versus Washington. No, thank you. No, thank you. That's it. I'm not going to waste any time on anything else because it just doesn't make any sense to do it, right? If I'm going to lose, I'm just going to go with what we have. I'm not going to lose because my stupid ass put in the Pittsburgh Pirates to win. That's dumb. Have I did any dumb things like that before? Yeah. So I learned the hard way. Well, that's pretty much it. Anything else happens, I'll keep you guys up to date. Well, the other day I didn't. Oh, guys, make sure you like and subscribe. I'm desperate. I didn't put in any pictures props, but when you guys come back or when I put the video out, you'll see what I've done, right? And we'll just try to mix it up from there. That's pretty much it. Make sure you like and subscribe. You guys are awesome. Stay awesome. Stay positive. You don't want to be negative, right? Hold on for 1 minute, guys. Hold on. Yeah, we don't want to break. We're just trying to break the. We're not trying to break the bank. We're just trying to get that money, man. Because when you start getting greedy, guys, you're not going to win. You're going to lose, and that's just the way it is. Um, positive, 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 right? Positive, positive, positive. You can be negative, right? And if you still keep getting and you're negative and it stays like that, you only attract what you think and say, right? So we want to stay positive at all times. We also like to go out for walks or runs outside. You don't have to do it. I know you guys think I'm a Fruit Loop, but these are some of the things that I do that's therapeutic for me. And it helps me pick games. It'll help you guys too. Because it's always good to get out. Getting the sunlight, the oxygen. right? Taking it all in. You're becoming one with the universe, right, man? You're becoming one. We already are one, right, with the universe. But you want to solidify it. Get out there and do it. And that way, your head are clear. Like, you ever notice if you hit a treadmill, you went running outside or you working out, and then you get ideas, right? That's how you get the ideas. Because see, now you're vibrating at a high frequency, right? So that's what I suggest. I don't suggest, being super negative, getting into fights with people. Don't do that. That's not good. Even if someone is being bad or trying to throw you off, it's okay. But you just have to just chalk it up, man. I had a friend. I tell you guys this all the time. Um, they would always tell me, take the high road, right? And then one day it was up to them to take the high road. They never took it. They didn't take it. So talk is cheap, action speaks. So just be mindful of the company that you keep too. Right? You want to be mindful of that. We'll get it done. So I'll call you guys. Well, I'll get with you tonight if we get a winner chicken dinner. 'Cause I think we got one parlay. I think that's still going, right? If you guys played anything, but see you guys later.